This is a place.
This is a place?
This is a place. We want to talk about. This is a place. Welcome to this week's episode of This is a Place podcast. My name is Nate.
My name is Brandon.
And happy National Grammar Day. The reason I chose that is me no good at English.
What are you talking about? You're great.
My wife is really into reading, and therefore she knows much better the grammar to using. So it's my favorite thing to do, all her pet peeves.
You purposely mess words up just to
what's the
get
one
a rise out of her?
The one she hates is one of them that she hates is irregardless. We say irregardless all the time. Okay. And then the other one she doesn't like is when people say I could care less. I'm like, okay, so how much less could you care? You mean you couldn't care less? That means you care.
That's Matt's favorite.
And then just when people don't use the right your. For example, my daughter's friends showed up to her soccer game and it said, Scarlett, you're Y-O-U-R the best.
Yeah.
Hers, or the possession of like, this is Nate's stuff. And they don't put an apostrophe or whatever, or people put an apostrophe when they're not supposed to. So I've learned so much more the English with her than I have my whole English career.
Whether you wanted to or not.
And I probably said this before, I did not take English my 12th grade year in high school. So, and I haven't really taken English class since. So 11th grade is the last time I took an English class. And I really suck at, I'm so glad if it weren't for technology and having like spell check and all that stuff. And I'll tell you what, like I start typing and it goes really fast with ChatGPT now. Like it just knows what you're trying to say. So I don't even have to go back and correct it. I'm like, it knows what I'm trying to say and it will correct it all for me.
Yeah.
So every once in a while it's like.
That's the nice thing about AI is it's not, I don't use it like do this, I'm like, this is my idea, put it in motion. I use it as a gateway. Like even when I was in school, I recently did some schooling. I finished last year. And so it was enough so that like AI was a thing, but they really were like against using AI for school. I don't know, they're probably still the same way. But they're like, don't use AI to do what you're doing. So what I would do is I'd write an essay, just everything by myself, but then plug in an AI, fix the mistakes, and just use it that way.
So make it be your editor.
Yeah, your editor, exactly. Like
that's
it's a perfect way to use it.
So if I had like an email that I needed to sound super professional, or I was lecturing somebody, one of my tenants and or clients, I'd always have to forward it to Becky and be like, oh, because the last thing you want to do is come across having bad grammar when you're trying to sound professional.
Right.
So
you got commas in the wrong places.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you've heard Nate Bargatze, like, I don't even know how to use it. I just like, I feel like it should be here. I'm like, everything Nate Bargatze says, I'm like, that is 100% me. Like, we're the same person. Like, I feel like a comma should go here. But now with chat, like I don't need her at all. I just, like you said, I write my email, then I'm like, I'll make this sound better.
Yeah.
And then, make it more professional, then I have to go through and usually like change it because it'll say stuff that doesn't sound human. But it definitely has been life-changing knowing that I don't have to worry about going back to school and actually learning why you put a comma wherever, or why you put a sky comma wherever. But Oxford I do know the few rules. I do know the few rules that my wife hates, and I love to use them irregardless.
She could care less.
I could.
She couldn't. Less. She couldn't care less.
She couldn't care less. I could care less. She couldn't. But we totally missed out on doing the World Obesity Day and doing our
last week.
Yeah, if we would have known that this was the holiday today too, as well, we could have done our food episode last week.
Or
this week instead of last week.
We've had a week to think about it, and I think the difference between us and other places is we indulge, right? We have our indulgence, but then we like make up for it. So even though we'll have these very terrible things, it's not like we're eating them every day. It's not like it's every meal. Like we'll have these things, and then the next day we're going to fast for a full day, or we're going to eat really, really healthy the next day. And I don't know if, maybe that's what sets us apart from other states is we have that mindset of like kind of you feast and then you famine. But I don't know. I could see that as a reason why we're not more obese than others, even though our top 10 foods are all pretty bad.
We do whatever we want to do, regardless. That's going to be the word of the day.
I love it. This is going to be a hard one for Becky to not listen to.
Yes, or she's going to cringe. Be like, and it's funny too because she works with a lot of Latinos, and I conjugate saber wrong. I always say sabo to her,
Yeah.
and she didn't realize that I was being silly about that too. And so she's been
Mm,
saying sabo to her Latino students. And they're like, "This is Linnell. I don't think that's the way you're supposed to do it." Anyways, yeah.
that's
So I'm
great.
I'm not good at Spanish. I'm not good at
You're
English.
ruining her grammar in another language to
Yes.
make up
So
for
as
all
a
the correcting she's done to you in English.
correct.
I love it. Lots of holidays for the 4th of March.
Yeah. Yeah. Which ones did you?
Yeah, it's just one of those days that just lots of stuff falls on it, lots of good stuff. You had Discover
Did
What
you
Your
see
Name Means
the?
Day.
Yeah, I was gonna say discover what your name means. You know,
You got Scrapbooking Industry Day. That's a big Utah day. Mardi Gras, technically.
snack day. A lot of food things today. Pound cake day, snack day.
National Marching Band Day. National Safety Day. Toy Soldier Day. Just a big day. But I think the one that caught my eye and we discussed, and I think this one kind of lasts more than just one day, but I figured it's time we talk about it. I've been kind of holding off on doing this episode because in my mind, I thought I'd really like to experience this. I really want to go and have this fun Instagram picture and us to do that together. But Nate, we're just I think we've passed that point. You've probably been that past that point for a minute, but I hit my 30s and I'm like, I don't ever need to experience this. It looks like a bad day. Like I'm sure it'd be fun, but Festival of Colors, I mean, you hear the horror stories of you're going to be, you know, have color, whatever dust is in your nose for forever. Your clothes are ruined. Obviously,
It's
you're gonna.
chalk, right?
It's chalk, yeah. Um, but I've never experienced it. I've always seen everybody do it, and it's been a big thing, but just never had the opportunity. And I don't think I need to have that opportunity at this point. But we should still talk about it, even though we haven't gone. Have you ever done it?
Nope.
You want to?
I've never had the super strong desire to do it. I think it's
I
something if
haven't either.
somebody invited me to or like say, let's go do this, I'd probably do it. Or if one of my kids wanted to go, but it felt like it was super trendy for a few years.
Yeah.
Isn't there like a few kind of funny memes just making fun of Utahns going to a festival that they know nothing about?
Oh, really? I haven't seen that, but
It
probably.
felt like, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know if it's as big as it used to be. I mean, I think there's definitely still people go, but also it's usually the younger people that are going to go and want to participate in this. Not people our age that we're friends with on social media, you know? Like when I was in college, it was a big thing. When I was at Snow, everybody was going up to Spanish Fork for the Festival of Colors in
Well,
yes.
here's the deal though, Brandon. We don't really enjoy compared to other states the nightlife. We don't really have
Hmm.
huge nightlife. We don't go to bars. We don't go to discos a lot,
Discotecas.
discotecas, stuff like that. So how we every week start off with a holiday, that's a Utah thing, right? Like every time there's something to celebrate, we're gonna celebrate it. We're gonna figure
Hmm.
out a reason to party.
Yeah.
I think I told you before in high school I had a poster on my wall that said 365 reasons to party. And every day that had basically what we're doing right now every week had a reason to party that day. And that's what we do here in Utah. We look for excuses to go have fun. And this one's definitely something I could understand college kids saying this would be to get a large group of people together and go hang out. Why not?
Yeah, and you get the social media clout. I think that's maybe the biggest reason why
Sure.
people do it. Like not don't want to completely question everybody's motives, but it's definitely not for the religious aspect. They're going here for they can post it on their Instagram.
Well, of course. Why does anybody do anything nowadays? I'm not going to be able to post it on Instagram or do a podcast about it.
Yeah. So we don't do the nightlife, but we do the day life
Yes.
because this takes
And
place in the
we
day.
and we and we talk about the nightlife.
We talk about the nightlife. If you want to attend, just fair warning. Not fair warning. Just here's your notification. I think Spanish Fork is the main one, right? Like that's the one people usually go to.
Oh yeah, I think that's
There
what I
are
think of.
festivals elsewhere. So this is all focused on holy. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. I think it's holy. Is a major Hindu festival celebrated as the festival of colors and spring. It celebrates the eternal and divine love of the deities Radha and Krishna. Additionally, the day signifies the triumph of good over evil, as it commemorates the victory of Vishnu as Narish, Nar, Narasimha over Hiranyakapu. Man, I'm not good with my Indian. Holi originated and is predominantly celebrated in the Indian subcontinent, but also has spread to other regions of Asia and parts of the Western world through the Indian diaspora. So there you go. That's what the Festival of Colors is. And I think more importantly for us, why do they throw the chalk? It is taking place in Spanish Fork, if that's the one you want to go to, March 28th and 29th. So you still have plenty of time to get to it. I don't know why they don't celebrate it on the actual day. Maybe it's a weather thing. Um, later March is probably a better shot to have nicer weather. Um, but yeah, the 28th and 29th, Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 4 at the Sri Sri Radha Krishna Temple in Spanish Fork. I don't think it does it cost money? I don't think it costs money. You can buy t-shirts, sunglasses, buffs, and
That's
bandanas.
that's the one thing that would deter Utah into going to an event if it costs. Just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, oh, okay, sorry. Tickets $10 at the gate. Kids 12 and under are free. So it is $10, but that's very cheap.
That's very
Very cheap.
reasonable to go get
Reasonable.
an Instagram post.
$10 Instagram. And then also you probably need to buy some different clothes that you don't care that are going to be ruined or a bandana so you don't breathe in all the
Chalk fumes,
yeah.
chalk dust, I should say.
It says outside colors will be confiscated and not be allowed on the festival grounds. We have 10 assorted vivid colors violet, green, yellow, pink, and orange in 100-gram bags at $3 per bag. Okay, so you need to buy the bags too. Most people prefer to purchase 5 bags of assorted colors pre-packed for $13 or 10 bags for $24. Ingredients here, so this is what you'll be inhaling are cornstarch, permissible food grade dyes, and fragrance. They are environmentally friendly, beautiful colors, and nicely scented. Least likely to stain people and clothes. Is that true? If maximum amount is taken, if maximum amount is taken out dry before showering or washing. Okay. Please do not throw colors directly in others' eyes or mouth. There will be dust masks, 2 for $1 and bandanas for 6. There will be color throws every hour from noon. Please carefully read the FAQ. So that's what it is. You grab your own bags and you go and throw them. And if everybody's throwing these color bags at the same time, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a mess and you're going to get some, what would you call these color bags? You're going to get these color bags and the colors all over you. And even their main picture when you go to the website. I mean, the temple's pretty cool. We probably should go check out the temple. I'd be willing to go to the temple outside of Festival of Colors. But everybody in the picture is just covered in dust. It looks like a mess.
Oh yeah.
A fun
I
mess.
mean, well, like you said, I feel like it was more, or at least you saw a lot more posts. 2 years ago. I don't
Yeah.
see as often, but
Yeah, I'm
maybe
sure it's still a
my
big thing with the kids, with the youth. But looking at the picture, I see one older person in this photo. Everybody is very young. But aside from the color, they've also got yoga and dances and DJs and a bounce house. All sorts of fun things they've got going on there.
bounce house
Yeah,
tangent
let's do it.
took my well, I have a because what started our whole podcast, airborne, not airborne, uh, altitude. I have a pass there with my family, so I take the kids there once, twice a month. And guess what I did the other day? I finally landed a full front flip on the trampoline. Haven't done
Yes, you
that in
did.
27 years. So
I've never done that in
pretty
33
pretty proud of
years.
myself, and I'm still getting up the guts to even want to attempt a backflip. I feel like if I try one, I'll be paralyzed for the rest of my life. So
You're waiting until your life's a little more lived before you attempt that.
I don't know if I ever like. I wish they had. I mean, they kind of do, but they don't have a foam pit to jump into those pads, and
I thought backflips were easier.
they are they are easier, but I just keep overthinking it. So
Hmm.
I should just do it. I should just go for it. But I think I told you I did backflips all the time on my trampoline growing up. And then our mission home had a trampoline. And like the day before I left, I'm like, I haven't jumped on one for a while. So I jumped on one and did a backflip and I hadn't done one for a while. And I almost like flew off the tramp and killed myself. And I haven't been daring to do one since. Because I always thought I need a trampoline that's big enough that if I overcorrect
Hmm.
or whatever, that I'm not going to fly off.
I
And
mean, you
there's
have
my
that
my kids.
at
But when you haven't done
altitude.
one for 27 years, stepped off a diving board in a swimming pool,
It's scary.
scary. So, but there I am. Maybe a bounce house would be a good place to try it because
You can go to the Festival of Colors bounce house.
there now I got a reason to go.
I
They're like, sir, you're too old to enter this bounce house.
don't know. I'm wondering, should we do it? I'm not even saying right now, but like I'm having a little bit of FOMO, wondering if it's something I need to do in my life. Nah. I already convinced myself out of it.
I I would lose. I'm gonna lose zero sleep over it. So
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to go check out. You know, maybe you just step away from the color portion, but if you want to soak up some culture and learn about the festival itself, I think it'd be a cool way to go about doing it. I mean, the temple itself is pretty cool, so that's why I'm like, maybe we should go check out the temple at the very least. What's it called? The Sri Radha Krishna Temple. It's pretty cool. So it's a Hindu temple dedicated to Radha Krishna, built to meet the needs of the Hindu community in Utah County. Temple hosts many seasonal festivals, events, and weekly services for prayer and meditation. I don't know who paid for it. Maybe they just paid for it themselves. But it's cool. It kind of looks like Saltaire to me.
mhm.
Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, maybe we need to go there to just have a service, a colorless service, some meditation and some prayer at the very least.
I think
Because
that'd be fun.
I love like we need to go check out like a Buddhist temple. There's that one in West Valley that's pretty cool. Um, I love holy sites like that.
Did you see the big? I think it's a cathedral that they're building in
Daybreak. Oh yeah,
Daybreak.
that looks awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love the Cathedral of the Madeleine. I went to a Buddhist temple when I was in California as a kid. That was really cool. Yeah, just I love things like this. So it'd be cool to go check it out, see what they got going on in there. And unlike our church, they let you into their temples, so anybody can go in. I think you don't need to be a member or whatever. But yeah, definitely going to steer clear of the festival itself. And
Well,
that's all I got.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
See, here's the only downside is us not going. We don't have an experience to share. You know, We're just talking about this thing out there.
Should have brought somebody on who's been there.
Ask your assistant to make up a story for us about an experience, a funny experience we had while at
I
the Festival of
love.
Colors.
What was I doing the other day? Oh, I was trying to like organize my thoughts for the lesson at church, or like a thought at church, and then it like made up these stories for me, and I'm like, I can't tell a story at church that's not even true. But I thought it was pretty funny when they said you want to like might me do site experiences, and I'm like, sure, but it made the story sound like it was me, and I'm like, it wasn't me.
We did it. We didn't even have to go.
It
AI
was worth.
now lets us experience it,
Yeah, we know what it's like, irregardless.
irregardless. Thank you for listening to This Is a Place podcast.
And this was an event we just talked about.